Heading to Dad's. First load of the day. Square baler. Yes, we have his over there, but I'd like to have this one over there since I haven't even hooked that one up to the tractor yet to try it. Honestly, I'd like to just test his out and bale with this one because I know I can bale a lot faster with this one. And when you're by yourself, speed is a big deal. So the day begins. There's the orchard grass. Some really good round bales for sure. Alright, we're here. Made it. No problems. So far, at least. Let me get this thing unhooked. Alright guys, I'm thinking about seeing if I can get this wagon hooked up and take it back to my house. The predicament I have is I need to be able to load that hay that's at my house and bring it over here, but I'd like to be able to bring the skid steer and squeeze over here to unload it. So I can't haul it on my trailer. I won't be able to get the skid steer over here. Can't haul the skid steer over here first because then I can't load it. Can't load it first because then I can't unload it. So I want to see if I can get this wagon. I can get it hooked up. See if the barn's open enough I can circle around through there. Dad's got some plastic down. He's got some pallets out there in his truck. And I could shuffle some of these around probably. So this is where we're going to stack some of that hay at least. Alright. Hopefully the grass is super wet here. I'd like to be able to make this turn without putting it forward low. There we go. Okay. Daddy-o's pulling out. I'm pulling through. Alright. Made it through without a hitch. Or with a hitch, however you want to say it. Ready to roll. Mom and Dad's going to the hospital today. Mom's possibly got treatment, so she's supposed to have a checkup at least. If you guys are familiar with wagons at all, you'll know what this means. Piece. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't load some of this hay up here. Then we're going to unhook the tractor from the stacker, and I'm going to pull the stacker back with me. This is some pretty good stinking hay, honestly. There's lots of leaf material in there. I'll see you later. Love you. Alright guys, I took the baler over earlier, brought the wagon back. I actually went ahead and loaded everything up with the squeeze and the skid steer. Loaded everything up, loaded the bales up on the wagon with the squeeze and the skid steer. What I gotta do is throw a couple straps on that and it's ready to go. Got the stacker behind me. And I've got somebody coming to get 12 of the round bales that I baled yesterday out of the field, so that's good. The bad news is there's not much sun today. So on my trip back home to get the next thing, I'm going to stop and get a switch for the applicator system for my baler because we may be needing to use it today. Pretty good dew last night, not much sunshine today. It's very cloudy. It's supposed to rain tonight, so we got to get it baled today. Hopefully the applicator, I can make the applicator work. So alrighty, catch you guys on the next trip. We made it back to Dad's. We'll unhook this. I'm gonna check the hay real quick, and if by some chance it's actually dry enough to rake, I'm gonna go ahead and rake. If not, then I'm gonna go ahead and make another trip back. And this will probably be my last trip, hopefully. At least the last trip before I actually rake and begin to do some work in the field here. Hopefully, you guys know Steve from Welsh Farms. I talked to him, and he is finished with his hay. He's unloading his gooseneck, and he may be coming down and helping me shuffle some of this stuff. So if he does, he's going to be hauling probably my little tractor and the skid steer in one load. At least I think that'd be the plan. And then I don't know, heck, he may stick around here and run a baler or something for me. We'll see what he's got going on. All right. Get this pin out. We'll go check this hay on top. So it needs to be raked right now. It's about 10:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it raked. And then once I get it raked, that underside, that stuff I get flipped up, can be drying. And that'll give me some pretty good drying time while I go and get another load of something. And that'll probably time out better, because by then Steve probably will be done unloading his gooseneck. I can hopefully I'll be there whenever he can come and load them. I can help him get that stuff loaded up. I also have someone coming to buy probably, well, most of the round bales off the orchard grass that I baled yesterday, or that Dad baled yesterday. So that's a good thing. They're giving me more than I've ever gotten for round bales in the past. Getting $60 a bale, which is pretty good for round bales. It's still way less than what I would get if I square bale it, but you know, it is what it is. Things happen. You got to adapt. And all right, let's get the tractor, get the rake, and let this fence down so I can drive through there. I'll put my sun hat on, I think. The sun's starting to shine now. That's a good thing. I'm not complaining. We need the sunshine. So let's roll. Let's roll. All right, guys. Here we go. I think I'm going to have to spread it out. I think it's going to ball up in the back. We'll see. There's going to be some big windrows. Woo-wee! Big windrows. Single windrow on it. Lots of green stuff on the bottom. Hopefully it'll dry. The sky's looking fairly clear for now. All right, guys, just got done raking. And let me just tell you, if you run one of these carded Befco wheel rakes, believe me, whenever you hate it, it doesn't have to be that way. That's not what wheel rakes are all about. It's just a piece of junk. But we did get it raked. These first few are double windrows, and I went to single. The whole rest of the field single, for two reasons. One side of the rake just won't rake worth a crap. It's just so floppy and wore out. And single windrow is better anyways for this. It's still a little bit green on the bottom, so it'll that way I didn't put as much together, and it's all turned over, so it can hopefully dry out a little bit better. All right, now I'm gonna jump in the truck, head back home. I'm gonna get some fuel on the way there, and get home, load up some round bales for a customer, and we'll bring something back. I haven't decided. I think I talked to Steve. He's bringing his trailer over. He is gonna get the tractor and the skid steer, assuming it's not overweight, and I'll either bring the round baler or the load of hay. Haven't decided yet. All right, guys, we're back at the house. There's the first load of hay ever stacked with the stacker and the squeeze. There's the squeeze, just took it off. Got my customer here to get some hay, some round bales, so I'm gonna go load them. Steve's here from Welsh Farms. Got the tractor loaded up. I loaded up a trailer load for my customer. So all that east field is empty now, except for I think 5 or 6 square bales that I tried baling. Come on, Cade. We're gonna take the truck over here, pick up, I think there's like 15 bales out here in the field still. Pick them up, strap this load on the wagon, see what Steve's wanting to do, see if he thinks he can haul both these pieces of equipment at the same time. If he can, then I'm gonna take the wagon with this load of hay. If not, then I'm gonna load something on my trailer. And if I'd known that he was coming, I would have just loaded the hay on my trailer, but I didn't know he was coming, so. Let this thing be cooling down. All right, let's get some straps. Load it up. I don't think I got this one tied. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, there's our load. Skid steer, squeeze, the Deutz, junk D-Max.
Easy.
Mr. Welsh. Mr. Welsh taking off his work shoes here.
Yeah. Dang it.
Those are custom trucker shoes there.
My feet sweat profusely.
Gotta start them young. Picking up hay. Another 10 years, Kate, you'll be out here and we'll have somebody else driving. All right, guys, hopefully we make it with our first load. Is he gonna make it? Hopefully. Got Steve Welsh behind us. Welsh Farms. He's loaded down. I'm loaded down with alfalfa and preservative. I almost forgot the preservative, by the way. That wouldn't have been good, because I think we're gonna need it. See the sprinkles on the windshield? See what I'm hauling? Made her down the road. First successful load out of the field, stack on the wagon, travel down the road with the stacker and the squeeze on the skid steer. Progress. Steve made it in one piece.
You underestimate the D-Max, buddy. You ought to get one.
That'll be the day. Loading up the acid applicator. Sucking out of the tank. Reverting back to the return. Here we go. All right, guys. They're baling. Putting some acid on. I'm gonna get the stacker, start picking up some of these bales, get them out of the way at the end rows here. Gets that outside going, we can kick her up a gear or two if we have to. So. Okay, I don't know if they're shutting it off now, I don't know what the problem is. All right, guys, getting ready to set off load number 4. Today hasn't been a complete success, but we're going. It's pretty late already. Took us a while. Had some wires that were pulled apart and touching each other while I was blowing my fuse on my applicator system. And I can't keep my nozzles from plugging on it. So that could be a lot better. See if they're going again yet. And he's going, I think. But we're not gonna get it all baled, and it's gonna rain tonight, so it's part of it. Here's my stacks. I'm still learning, so don't make fun of me. This one here stood really well when I pulled away from it. I come back up here and 4 dropped off there. Too high, too wide right there. I'm not putting a tie in. I'm putting some wire, basically a piece of cattle panel, laying it in between the stack. So right there is where the wire is. and it's working really well. I think I'm rattling it too much whenever I set it off there. So we'll see how it goes. But I got to move these out of the way so I can back that stack up here. All right, guys, just got home. It's 1:30 in the morning. We baled 442 square bales over at Dad's, and we only baled about half of it. The preservative applicator system worked, but the nozzles plugged so often. I think that tank that I installed had some plastic shavings, and you just constantly pick out those plastic shavings out of the nozzles. So I definitely should have done a better job of cleaning it out. Definitely need to find a strainer to put in. This has been a rough cutting of hay, I will say that. But that's what happens whenever you're trying new things out, but you still have to get things done. The squeeze worked. Didn't work as well as I hoped. It did work. There are some changes I need to make to it. The arms need to be heavier duty. I bent the arms, so it's hard to even get them to squeeze now. Which they bent right where I thought they would bend, so to be expected. I was just hoping for a little bit longer. The stacker did very well. Haven't figured out how to dump it off without knocking the bales down. It wouldn't be a huge deal if the squeeze would pick up 3 or 4 layers at a time, but it won't. So the biggest issue today was the rake, the hay not being dry, which was going to be overcome if the baler applicator system would have worked. We wouldn't have been messing with it as much. Would have got more hay baled. It would have been evenly covered. We did get some preservative on, but not near what we should have. So things did not go really well this time either. So the amount of footage I got, I'm sure, is pretty lacking. Forgive me, guys. Oh, the other problem is it's going to rain all day tomorrow. So the hay that we didn't get baled is going to get rained on. And so we won't be square baling anymore. So we'll see how many round bales we get off of that. And I use about a multiplier of 20 for round bales to squares. So I'll use that to figure the yield. And we're going to move on with the contest, guys. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. God bless you. God bless America. Freaking County Forage out.